Hi guys. I'm learning from the last video that you don't need to see that I'm like missing a tooth back here. I can sit further away from the camera. It's just my lighting situation, but I'm learning, okay? I'm just trying to get my message out there. So if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you get notified when I upload even more unsolicited advice, really intense close-up videos, because you don't want to miss out on that. This is YouTube. There's loads of brilliant, really well filmed 4K content out there, but why would you want to subscribe to see that when you could subscribe to listen to me? Just kidding, but please subscribe. So I posted this picture on my Instagram a day ago and it got a lot more likes than my other posts. I think it got around like 180 likes, and that's very unusual because my Instagram is in its floundering stage. It is just growing, trying to nurture it like a child, but it was an obscene amount of likes for a photo of my finger. Not complaining. Thank you very much. But what the caption read was, I have the right to say no. And I got some DMs from girls who have not been able to say no in the past in different scenarios, and people were saying, they really like the photo, they're so glad they found it. I was like, you know what? I know a lot about this word. I know a lot about the meaning. I know how to utilize it. I know what other people mean when they say it. I've been a master manipulator as a career for a long time. I know what people mean when they say no, I can't, I don't have. And I just sit there and I'm like, but you might have. There's probably something I can say that's gonna persuade you. Probably something I can do that's gonna turn that no into a yes, and I'm gonna get what I want. No, I'm not preaching manipulation. However I came to understand the word, I want you to understand the word because I really learned the value of it, and I only really learned the value of it this year. So in this video, I want to refurbish our damaged nose. Not our nose, as in the word no. And by the end of this video, I want you to understand the value of a no, how to use a no correctly, and how to funnel the no through your brain before you actually say it and know if you mean it. Understand the difference between authority and autonomy, and how to kind of use it in your daily life effectively and intentionally. And how to recognize how other people are using their no's as well. Because once you understand how you can use the word no and people start to take you seriously, you're going to be able to understand when other people say no, do they actually mean no? Can I turn it into a yes? Can I get that business opportunity? Can I get that thing that I want? No has a lot of meanings, but let's refine yours. Just want to say, the following information is all based on what I think. This is not practice mental health information. I have not researched this. This is literally my hypothesis and how I think our brains in the 21st century are filtering the word no, how people are using the word no, and how other people understand the word no. So the easiest way to fix a damaged no is to assess the amount of intention you're using when the word leaves your mouth. I'm gonna hazard a guess, and don't be offended, but around 70% of you who are watching this video today just say no because it's the first word that pops into your mind when somebody asks you a question. You don't really mean it, but you haven't yet integrated a useful no system into your vocabulary. Your no isn't weighted. When you say no, you don't even know if you mean no, never mind how anybody else is gonna pick up on that. And humans are really intuitive. We don't give each other enough credit for this. We know when someone says, no, they don't mean that. They said it. They don't mean it. They can be persuaded. I know that. You know that. If you've been persuaded in the past to do something that you didn't want to do after you said no, and you actually meant it in that moment, but you were still persuaded, or you said no to someone who ignored the fact that you said no and turned your no into a, well, maybe if you make me feel guilty, I suppose my no could become a yes.
No, but I'm not confident enough to stick by that. So if you bother me and hassle me until my no turns into a yes, then I guess it will just become a yes and I'll do the thing you want me to do because I respect and value your decision more than my own.
Okay, you understand what I mean? Like, you're not actually saying these words, but this is how your brain's ticking over. If you've done any of those things, and you probably have, I have, multiple hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, actually. You know, everyone you know has done this, so don't take it too hard. You've probably damaged your no. But worry not. Your choices and your position on a subject, or your stance on something, your actual opinion and the way you feel about something still has power, and you can still reintegrate that power back into your vocabulary and get some respect. But the way to do that is you need to value the word no. Don't just throw it around.
No.
Stop. This word is so valuable, and especially to women, we need to understand how to use this word effectively. Let's look at some no variations that I came up with. Number 1, the intentional no. Has someone ever held out their fist to you and gone, guess what's inside? Go on, take a guess. I bet you won't guess it. And it's definitely a spider or a creepy crawly of some kind. And your gut reaction is, get that thing away from me. I don't want that anywhere near me. This is usually between children. You know that when that threat is made, playful as it is, I'm going to put this spider on your head, you are not having it. No, get that thing away from me. I don't want that spider on my head. I don't like creepy crawlies. Get it away. So that's an intentional no. When you said no, you meant it. And that person knew that you meant it, and that just kind of added to the fun. But the point I'm making here is that feeling inside of you when you said no and you meant it, that is an intentional no. Number 2, the transparent no. Your own personal transparent no probably isn't visible to you, but everybody else can see it. Everybody, stranger, friend, family, loved one, even dogs can sense transparent no's. A really good example of this is when we look at children and their parents. Mother dearest, can I play outside? No, not until you've done this thing or that thing. What the mother actually meant was, yes, you can play outside once you've done your chores and you've done the things that I asked you to do. Most people say, no, not until. That is a damaging phrase. Children do not understand this. So that child has just heard the word no, and it was followed up with an ulterior motive. It had a double meaning. The child didn't register the word no. What they understood about the word was, well, my mother said no, but I know she didn't mean it because I can erase that decision by doing something, or pushing her boundaries, or complete a doing action, and then no doesn't actually mean no anymore. The child begins to understand that they're going to get what they want eventually, even though the immediate response was, no, you can't have it. A child is going to go, yeah, but I can eventually. I've just got to do something to get it. So when the child does that thing and they go and they play outside and they come back inside, they go, Mummy, can I have a chocolate bar? And then they're handed an intentional no. They're going to perceive that no in the same way. Can I have a chocolate bar, Mummy? No. Why? Because I said so. Yeah, but why? Because when I say no, I mean it. That's interesting, Mummy, because when you said no earlier, I still got to do the thing that I wanted to do. Perhaps neither you nor I, Mummy, understand the value and the meaning of the word no. Okay, so obviously no 6-year-old is saying this, but that's a good example of how a child's going to understand the word no. So the child's hearing, no, you can't play out, but yes, you can. And no, you can't have a chocolate bar, and I don't have a good reason. In my experience, the same thing kind of applies to men. Sorry men, not sorry men. When a man asks you to perform a sexual favour, or implies he would like a sexual favour performed on him, and your gut reaction is, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. What usually happens? Do you confidently say no in that moment? Some women do. Some women go, nope, not that hole, never that hole, off limits. And a lot of women are persuaded. We fear that he may think I'm a prude. If this is a new relationship and you're the one refusing sex, you might feel scared that he's going to find you boring, or that he's going to find someone better, someone that wants to give him what he wants. And he's going to favour that woman over you. He's going to think you're not fun. He's going to think you're boring. You don't want to explore sexual fantasies. Is this going to cause an argument? Are you going to break up? Is he going to find someone more more experienced than you, maybe a crazy girlfriend. I want to be the craziest girlfriend he's ever had, so he'll love me forever. He'll never get bored of me. No one could ever get bored of me because I do everything they ask me to do. And when you say no and all the inner anxiety-riddled chatter wins you over, or he manages to persuade you, maybe guilt-tripping you, or giving you really good explanation as to why he wants you to do that thing, you may end up doing that thing for him in that moment. When you say no, but do it anyway, your man is gonna hear yes. Yes, every time. I can persuade her to do anything I want. She might say no, but she doesn't mean it. And I'm horny and I want it. Just like a child, I'm hungry and I want it. I'm horny and I want it. Works in the exact same way. He understands that if he pushes hard enough or if he guilt trips you, he's going to get what he wants. And then any further intentional no that you want to use in the future are going to be devalued by him. Dogs understand this in the same way too. No, don't get up on the couch. Get off the couch. Okay, all right, okay, get on the couch. I want to cuddle. The next time you say no to that dog, what's that dog going to do? It's going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until it gets on the couch. Babies work in the same way. Every human works like this. This is why you need to learn your no. A lot of people don't consciously think about it, but we can sense that lack of confidence in another person, and we know how to manipulate one another into getting what we want. It's nature, it's nature. Now, a way to give your no a bit of colour and make it opaque, colour it in, and stop it from being transparent, is to only use it when it's necessary. So when you choose to use it and you integrate a level of certainty into your personality and into your vocabulary, your no is not going to be questionable anymore. No one's going to question you on it. And people will take you seriously, strangers included. So how do we only use a no when it's necessary? My advice would be to develop some kind of mental funnel, a no funnel. You get asked a question, you get asked to do something, process it. Assess the question. What do you want the actual outcome to be from that question? Then answer accordingly. If you're a bit unsure as to whether you want to do something or not, ask for a bit more information. If you want to be persuaded, say that. Say, I need to be persuaded. Don't say no. I need some good reasons. Prompt a further question that's going to help you make a better decision. This might seem like a lot to do in a 5-second interval, but it's actually not that hard. Your brain is working incredibly fast. Do you want to go out for dinner with me? Hey, do you want to go out? Do you want to go shopping? And you think, no, but I don't want to hurt this person's feelings by saying no. I'll just say yes, and then perhaps I'll extend the decision day to a point in the future where I can just ignore their DMs. Okay, yeah, ignoring someone, it's going to hurt the feelings more. You might not want to deal with it or use the word no in that moment, but this is the perfect opportunity to practice a strategic no, an enlightened no. No, thank you. And it also helps people understand that when you say yes, you mean yes. A lot of people say yes, and then it's a flaky yes. I'm so guilty of this. Oh, I don't have time right now, but like, let's totally go out next week. And then when they pop up next week and you're like, because you didn't mean it, you flake out. You got a flaky yes and a transparent no. Sort it out. If you have no intention to meet up with this person in the future, then don't say no, not right now, but maybe in the future. Because when that person checks back in with you, you're going to have to keep hitting them with excuses and lies. You know it. You got that person that pops up to you every month and goes, hey, do you want to go out? And you're like, oh, I don't want to go out with you. I don't want to know you anymore. But I'm too afraid to say that to you. Don't. Just say it. An enlightened no is no, no thank you. Thank you for the offer, but here's why I'm saying no. When you get confident in making decisions like this, saying no to somebody in the heat of the moment starts to become a lot less anxiety ridden, and actually it's kind of enjoyable. I love saying no. No, no, thank you. I'm not doing that and I don't want to do that. Be someone who thinks about what they say, speaks with intention, and speaks with weighted words that you understand and that you don't need to explain to someone else, and other people will begin to understand as well. You will gain respect in conversation and in interactions. Now, the really, really good bit about this is that you understand now what your no's mean, and you can start to create a no filter, but half the people you're going to be talking to in the world don't know what their no means. You can get a good grasp of your no, blow it up 10 times bigger, dip it in gold, polish it up real nice, pop it on your empress crown so that when it leaves your mouth, it is opaque. It is impenetrable. You look at a woman who knows she's a queen and knows she's an ephemeral being, and she says no. African women are amazing at this. I just want to throw my hands up right now and throw some respect over to our Ghanaian goddesses, to our African women. They've got an air of female supremacy about them. They know what they want and they know what they're worth. And those women say no, they fucking mean it. No, and you ain't gonna question it. Little clap for you ladies. You're doing amazing. Keep doing that. Keep teaching us all and leading the way. Most people just say no as a knee-jerk reaction or a shallow judgment response. Perhaps they don't think that you're up to the task that you're questioning about, or they don't think you're capable of getting what you actually want. Thank you. So when some hotshot CEO says no to you, don't take that no on your soul. Don't feel it internally. That no is not a reflection of your capabilities. And remember the transparent no from earlier on. The chances that you're able to turn that no into a yes swiftly with a few smart moves, a bit of determination, some good action, and a bit of confidence is very high. Just because a wealthy person with a £5,000 suit on says no to you doesn't mean they mean no, nor does it make their no and their decision more important than your question or more important than your capabilities. And their no is not more important than your no. Do not confuse authority with autonomy. The meaning of your no is just as valuable as the meaning of their no. I just want to say that again. Do not confuse authority with autonomy. Definition of autonomy is the right or condition of self-government, self-directing freedom, and especially moral independence. Position on this earth has nothing to do with autonomy. You are an autonomous being, and so is a CEO. You are equal on that level. Authority is the only thing that divides you. So I'm going to leave it at that today. I hope you have a better understanding of the word no, what you mean when you say the word no, what someone else means when they say the word no, and how can you use your no effectively. I don't mean say no to be rude to anybody unless it is a necessity in that moment. You are allowed to be rude to people. And if someone's offended by the fact that you say no to them, remember, you are not responsible for anyone else's feelings. Unless it's really necessary, try not to put other people's feelings before your wants and your desires and your needs. If your boyfriend wants to break up with you because you're not giving him a blowjob every day, then let him go and find a girlfriend that's going to give him a blowjob every day, and you go and find a boyfriend that respects you and your decisions. Have I made myself crystal clear? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. The audio for this video will be over on the podcast. If you head over to the website, all the links will be in the description bar below. So please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!